Namaste and welcome. My name's Travis and this is my humble little personal practice studio as well as my filming studio. It can feel quite intimate at times when I'm filming in here, but I hope that helps you see me better than perhaps if I was further away. I'm located in the Southern Highlands of New South Wales in Australia, about an hour and a half southwest of Sydney. It gets a little cool here and it can also get a little warm. So I've had days when I've been filming and it's been really, really hot, and other days filming when it's been really quite cool. Anyway, I'm welcoming you to Path to Clarity, a 21-day journey. Now, the numbers 21 days in there and the word 21 days is kind of representative of this idea that it takes a little while to shift and change, yeah? So I'm not a big believer in these mantras around 21 days and everything will be fixed, because yoga is a lifelong practice. It takes time, it takes diligence, it takes discipline. And that's what the 21 days would be representing, is this concept of finding some discipline, finding some purpose, committing to your practice. So by now you will have received emails and communication from me, but I just wanted to give you a little bit more of a verbal welcome. The intention of the program is pre-recorded videos. They're going to be styles around Vinyasa Kriya, journeys and yin. And whilst I give them kind of time frames, as in I say, well, these are great to practice in the mornings of the weekdays, and then this is a good Saturday class and a Sunday class, that kind of runs around social norms of like what normal weeks look like. But for some of us, that's not the case. So feel free to practice whatever class whenever. My expectation would be that you practice one a day. So hence we get our disciplined practice in, which we call Sādhana in our yoga terms, in our Sanskrit. Vinyasa Kriya, that's a mixture of Kundalini-based practices and more classical Vinyasa styles. And all of these classes will be provided in a playlist on my YouTube channel. So the journey is a longer class, hence why I thought maybe it's good for Saturdays and then Sunday for yin. But again, it's entirely up to you when you want to practice them. I also encourage you to self-inquire. So we're looking at a Sankalpa, which is our intention. And there's a worksheet there to help cultivate that and some prompts to self-inquire along the way. I also encourage you to look at other aspects, the holistic approach. Yoga is not just about these physical postures on the mat. It's about our entire life, and it has a sister science called Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is the science of life, which I practiced and studied in India recently. And I've been encouraged by some of the adaptations in my own life of the philosophy and how it's benefited me. So I'm not going to dive too deeply into that, but there is a few little morning rituals that I would recommend practicing as well. And finally, a yoga philosophical practice like this wouldn't be right without including some forms of meditation and also a way to stimulate your nervous system. So the first practice would be a 20-minute morning meditation, which is pre-recorded. You can watch that. And also encouragement to practice your own meditation if that's already in your wheelhouse. And if not, please feel free to borrow mine and practice that. And the other aspect of it is an evening practice, which you could probably do in your pajamas in bed, which is how I do mine. And it's a practice of, say, 15-20 minutes to down-regulate, just to bring all of that sensation out of the body and help us prepare for sleep. Again, comes back to our sadhana. Could we prevent ourselves, put away the mobile phone, stop having a coffee at midday, so then when we get to the time, and regularly go to bed at the same time, and we can then look at how those circadian rhythms start to return into our normal way of life. We do wear our busyness as a badge of honor, and I am the first to admit I love to do that. But these practices, these kind of commitments that you've signed up for, you've asked to go on this journey and do it for yourself and show up for yourself. are ways of being an observer, of taking yourself away from the grind and going, okay, hang on. So yeah, right, that coffee at 5 o'clock that I'm normally having, not so helpful. The glass of wine that I'm having because I need to de-stress, that's not de-stressing me. We become more of a witness to these default patterns that just are norm. And I'm not here sitting on this chair as a wisdom philosophical guru. I am sitting here as a person that has his own incredible limiting beliefs, shocking behavioral patterns that continually regress to keep me small. But by sharing, by participating, and by being honest and open at the heart space, that's how we enact change. So I hope that's like a little bit of information. I think a lot of my emails will be a bit more concise, but nonetheless, it's just wonderful to have you join me and practice with me. And I can't wait to connect with you, particularly through our meetings and catch-ups, and find out how you're going, and also enjoy the journey. So from me to you, have a wonderful rest of your day or night whenever you watch this, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.